Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Strixhaven pre-release bonus rounds. Because everyone was having so much fun playing their decks, they didn't get a chance to play them as much as they wanted.
Yeah.
Also, during the course of the pre-release, there was some bad blood created, and now that's got to be fought in Magic cards.
Yeah.
People have to pay for things that they said.
You're going down, Stark.
How dare you say that thing that you probably said? I wasn't watching.
I saw you look sideways at me through the camera, and I'll never forgive you.
It's hard to look sideways at somebody through a camera. Actually,
Yeah. But I noticed, and I know you know I know. So now we settle this in the arena of battle and honor.
Yes, but not Magic Arena. That's just an arena with magic.
No, a paper arena,
Yeah.
but legally distinct from the other Magic. Fight me!
Okay, let's begin.
So I won the
Serge
die roll.
rolled-
I have a 7 I want to keep. I have probably a pretty common starting play. I'm going to go Lorehold Campus. Enters play tapped and pass to you, my friend. Wait, my enemy.
Nice.
An enemy.
Aha, yes.
Good luck and have fun,
Lord
but
enemy.
not comfortably.
Yes, and you also. Good luck and have fun, but don't win. I'm playing a planes. Go ahead.
Anybody
Right,
else kind
untap.
of hoping that there was going to be like campus walk or something like, I don't know. There's like some guy who can just walk through all the campuses.
Oh, wow, that'd be so funny.
Oh, yeah. No,
campus
there's always
security?
some senior. Yeah, there's always some senior that knows all the secret ways around.
Yeah. I'm going to play this Plains. And then 2 mana, I'm going to cast Stonerise Spirit. This is a 2 mana, 1/2 Spirit Bird with flying. And then activated ability 4 and exile a card from my graveyard. Target creature gains flying until end of turn.
Huh.
It's real good. And it's a
Interesting.
common.
Yeah. Is all right. All right. Cool.
I pass.
I mean, for the time being, it's a Stormcrow, which is, of course, one of the greatest cards ever.
Can you
printed in
beat
Magic
it?
the
You can
Gathering.
concede now, by the way. I mean, if you're intimidated.
All right. For the time being, I'm going to play this Thunderous Orator, who's been putting in pretty good work for me.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a 2/2 with Vigilance for 2, and then whenever it attacks, it gains flying until end of turn if you control a creature with flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, and Trample, which is fun.
I don't have any removal spells right now. I'm nervous.
Go ahead.
All right, untap. Draw for the turn. I'm going to cast Guiding Voice. This is a 1 mana sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature.
Oh, that's annoying.
And then learn. And I'm going to check my learn board, or pardon me, my lesson board for a Environmental Sciences. It's a 2 mana sorcery that lets me search for basic land. Then I'm going to fight you for 2 in the air.
Yeah. I will take 2 in the air.
And I'm going to pass.
Alrighty.
I mean, before Serge took environmental sciences, he didn't fight anybody. And then suddenly, I don't know what it is about that course.
What are they teaching you in that course? Yeah. I'm going to polka you for 2 as well. And then I'm going to play my promo foil, the Callous Blood Mage. Although, even though I have a promo foil, I'm going to swap it for this one that Kathleen opened from the collector boosters. 'Cause it's
Oh, I see.
even cooler.
A significantly fancier foil, but a foil nonetheless.
Yeah. All right, so it's a 2/1 for 3. When it enters, I get to choose one of 3 modes. I've cast this a lot over the course of the PPR and the bonus rounds. The only mode I've used is the one I'm using now, which is draw a card and lose a life.
It's a good mode.
It's a good mode.
Yeah.
That is going to be my turn. Go ahead.
All right. Untap. Draw for the turn. Oh, that's good to see. Good.
That guy's callousness is just ruining the good name of blood mages. Blood mages
Normally,
are
blood
supposed
mages
to
are so helpful and courteous.
Yeah, you're supposed to be kind, generous.
Yeah.
All right. Plains, 3 mana. I'm going to cast Spirit Summoning. This is a 3 mana sorcery.
Ooh.
Lets me make a 3/2 spirit. You have a 2/2 with Vigilance, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I didn't remember if it had like other words like menace. Whatever. I'm going to hit you for 2 in the air.
All right. I can't block that. I mean, it has lots of other words, one of which is menace, but all it says is that it can.
Right,
That
right,
is
right.
amongst the abilities it can gain if I have another creature with that ability.
I'll pass to you.
Alrighty.
And it's only on attack, right?
Yeah, it's whenever it attacks, it gains that ability. It doesn't just always have it.
That's good to know. Nice catch, Paul.
Yeah, it'll keep it until the end of that turn, but it's only when it attacks.
Yeah, I don't have to worry
It's
about
not-
getting got if it has flying or anything like that right now.
Correct, yeah. All right, I think this turn I will just, because that's a 3/2.
Yeah, I have a completely disposable card ready to block and trade for any of your creatures.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying. All right, I'm going to play the Silver Quill Pledge Mage. So this one is a 3/1 with Magecraft that says I can give it my choice of flying or lifelink until end of turn. And then I'm going to play a Silver Quill Campus and pass it on back.
Untap. Was I? Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
I was just gonna say, I think the pledge mages, at least every game has had multiple pledge mages on both sides of the board.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're common. They're easier to cast on the mana requirements because they're hybrid. And they're all just kind of good.
They do good work, yeah.
Yeah. Especially the Quandrix one. Holy moly. What's the lore? Oh, no, I have the lore hold one. It has first strike and gets more angry.
The Lorehold one seems fine. 3 mana, 2/2,
Yeah.
easy to cast.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my hand right now, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. I'm going to play a land. It's a good start. It's a good
Alright.
start.
Good start. Good start. Good answer. Good answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suddenly realizing things that you can do, and I hate them all. I hate them all, Graham.
That's fair. I think that's reasonable.
I'm going to attack you with everything. Swinging for
Alright.
5.
I will block your 3/2 spirit with my Callous Blood Mage.
Yeah,
All right.
seems good. So take 2 in the air. Going to knock you down to
Yep.
13.
Sure do.
Second order of business. I'm going to cast this environmental sciences that you knew about a while ago.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I've just kind of been holding it.
I forgot about that, actually.
So I'm going to gain 2 life. And I get to search my library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into my hand. Let's
Alrighty.
go ahead and find ourselves an additional planes. So there's this planes. It's in my hand now.
Alright.
Shuffle. And
I
I'm
do
gonna-
like the...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say I like the wording change to just shuffle. Just shuffle. Because it's like, yeah, obviously they mean your library. Like, what else are you shuffling? Oh, maybe they mean shuffling my hand? No, they obviously don't.
I think I'm good. I'm just going to move things over a little bit so they frame up on camera better.
All right.
Search
That's your
your
turn.
Search your
Yeah,
library
I've-
for
I've-
basic land and then do the shuffle. That's
Yeah. Do the shuffle.
Yeah, I already played a land for the turn. So yeah, go ahead.
All right. Play a swamp. I wonder. Well, I'm gonna go to combat.
I have effects, which I suspect
no,
you suspected
okay.
I would.
Yeah, I thought you might have something. Wait. Is it time for a study break?
It is. Yeah, you can't. Too busy to attack. You got to cram for this upcoming test. Study break. Tap up to 2 target creatures and learn.
Very nice. All right. Fair enough.
I choose both of your creatures. Just let me go to
Yes.
my lesson board here.
Yeah.
those tusks are out
that
of
Paul?
control.
I know.
I'm going
Those
to grab
ridiculous tusks.
this Annihilation 101 over here. I put this removal spell in my hand.
What's that actually called again?
It's Introduction to Annihilation. 5 mana sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller may draw a card.
It's pretty good. All right. In my second main, then, I'm going to play the Pillar Drop Rescuer.
Mm.
When it enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. I only have one thing, which is the Callous Blood Mage,
Seems
which
good.
fits the bill. So that's my turn. Go ahead.
Untap. Untap.
Nice to know that even though he was callous, somebody was still willing to go and rescue him.
Someone was still okay with the Blood Mage, yeah.
I choose to annihilate. See, this is really weird. You have your loud 2-drop, and by
does a lot of
itself it's
yelling.
not that threatening, but like you have so many other keywords right now. Currently it has vigilance and flying, and it can potentially also have lifelink. So part of me wants to exile that, but if I also get rid of the 3/2, then you can't give it lifelink. But I think I want to get rid of the 2/2, which might be incorrect.
All right.
So let's go ahead and send that into the exile zone, and you may draw a card.
It's not even a May, actually. You could theoretically kill someone with that if they only had one card left.
Draw a card, Stark.
No.
I'm at 20. No, I'll just pass.
All right. Draw for turn. Play a swamp. Let's see here. 13. How many cards do you have in your hand?
Currently, quite a few. I have 4 cards in hand.
Yeah, I thought you might. All right, well, I'm going to open things up with the card you know about. Replay Callous Blood Mage.
Completely shocked.
And I'm going to do the same thing. Take a card and lose a life.
It's a cool Phyrexian Negator you have there.
It's nice, yeah.
Can't believe that's a rare in this set.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's Phyrexian Rager.
Oh, right.
Right,
Not Negator. You're right.
2/2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even technically the way that I'm using it, which is assuming that that is the only text it has, is theoretically is worse than Phyrexian Rage. But it has flexibility if I want it. I just don't. And then so that's a 2/3 flyer. And yeah, I'll just keep building the board. I'm going to tap white, black for the aforementioned Lorehold Pledge Mage. So it's a 2/2 with first strike, and then Magecraft it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That's going to be me.
All right, untap. Draw for turn. So there is another line of text on that card, which is exile target player's graveyard.
Should I have done that instead?
Returned Past Caller, 6 mana 4/2 Spirit Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, you may return a spirit, instant, or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand.
Oh no!
I have a lot of
I should have
options.
done
I have
that.
a lot of options here.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know if I want to take Guiding Voice to make my board just bigger than yours, if I want to take the removal spell again. How many cards do you have in hand?
I have 5.
Introduction to Annihilation seems kind of risky here. I'm just going to grab Guiding Voice then.
All right. So that's just put a counter on something and learn?
Correct.
All right.
Can I get in? Probably shouldn't. Pass.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. What do I feel like doing this turn? So that it's a 4/2 flyer.
Correct. My whole board flies.
Yeah. 4/2. Honestly, it's that 2/3 that's the most.
Yeah. It's the biggest booty on the board.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I will progress to combat.
Very good.
And I will attack with this Lorehold Pledge Mage.
I have no intention to block it.
Fair enough. You take 2.
Okay.
All right. Second main, I'm going to keep on going wide. I'm going to play a Mage Hunter.
Ooh, that's a good
So
one.
it's a 3/4 horror. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they lose 1 life.
Yep.
Figure you may have one of those.
I have a couple,
in your
yeah,
hand.
certainly.
And I'm going to play the old Ageless Guardian.
The 1/4.
Good old vanilla 1/4.
Yeah, absolutely.
That the more I play this deck, the more I realize doesn't really fit with the deck. But here we are.
All right.
That's it. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for the turn. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Spread.
Oh. All right, land. I'm going to grab Guiding Voice here. I'm going to lose a life for casting an instant or sorcery. And put a +1/+1 counter on the past caller. And then I also get to learn. And then from my learn board, I'm going to grab Reduce to Memory, which is a 3-mana lesson. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller gets a 3/2 spirit instead.
Wow.
I'm going to exile your 3/4 Mage Hunter. I'd much rather it get smaller and not drain me.
All right. So you lose a life for casting that spell,
Correct.
but then it goes away?
Yeah.
Okay, so this gets exiled, you said?
Yes, it gets replaced with a 3/2 now.
Wait, I have one of these. Hang on. Not only do I have one that, there it is. It's shiny. Because why not? You've gotten great value out of your lesson plan.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out casting it more than once is very good. I mean, that's the value of having a lesson plan, planning ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I opened very few cards with Learn, which I was a little bummed about. There's only one in the deck. I wish I'd had more.
You currently have a single flyer, correct? You have the 2/2 for 5?
Yes, I have the 2/2 Pillar Drop Rescuer. Nothing else flies.
And if you alpha attack me, you'll hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I attack for 7 in the air.
And I am at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you have more cards in your hand.
I have 3 cards in hand, correct?
Yeah. And 3 open mana. Gosh, I don't love it. Your pass caller doesn't have trample or anything, does it?
Nope. Just a 5/3 with flying.
I will block it. I'll block the big one.
Okay, so you'll take 3 in the air?
Or 2?
You'll take 2 in the air?
Cool. Okay, good. Yes, I take 2.
All right. Pass.
All right. Okay, let's try this. First thing I'm going to do is attempt to expel your returned past caller to exile target tapped creature.
Mana open. Mana open?
Me? Yes, I have 3 mana open.
I'm going to cast Teferi's Protection in response.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So if that resolves, or if there's no response, until
next turn,
my next turn,
your life total can't change?
My life total can't change. I gain protection from everything, and all my permanents phase out. I'm in a bubble.
When do they phase back in?
At the beginning, while they're phased out, they are treated as though they don't exist. They phase in before your untap step on your next untap step.
That's amazing. All right, I have a question that happens.
Okay, all right.
Happens.
So everything I have is just going to vanish.
Yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I should have actually, technically speaking, I should have said what my mentioned my Magecraft things ahead of time. It doesn't change what I would have picked, but your life total can't change.
Correct.
If I hit you with my now life-linked Silver Quill Pledge Mage, do I still gain life even though your life total doesn't change?
I also have protection from everything.
Because you have protection from everything, so the damage never gets dealt.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's the part that I forgot. Ufa and Doofa together at last. Pass the turn.
All right.
I'm
Before
just-
my untap step, I phase back into existence.
I'm just imagining the Strixhaven class, like the teacher arrives and just there's no one there. It's like, hello? Where did my class? And then just boom, they all suddenly appear. Teferi!
You've heard of fog, but may I introduce you to Mega Fog?
That's amazing.
All right.
That's so good.
Draw for the turn. Announce my intentions to rumble.
I have a thing before you have an intention.
I would like
rumble.
I would like to rumble you.
All right. I would like to suggest that both your creatures go on a steady break. And tap up to 2. That being those 2.
Response: Beaming defense.
Okay.
Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains hexproof until end of turn.
All right. It still works on the other one though, right?
Oop.
Okay. And I learn. And I will learn. I don't have that really nice just exile a thing one in my lesson plan, so I'm going to look for how at +2/+2. So I think that's 7.
This is currently 7, and you have a couple Magecraft triggers.
I do, yes. The lower hold pledge mage gets bigger, and we'll give the silver quill. I guess we'll give the silver quill pledge mage flying, just in case I decide I really want to block that thing. I will grab. Gosh, yeah, just the same one I usually get. I'll get an inkling summoning.
Inkling summoning. I respect that.
All right.
All right, we're now
Continue.
continuing on Operation Move to Combat.
Yeah.
I'm attacking you with a 7/5 hexproof in the sky.
Right.
I have 2 cards in hand and 5 open mana.
All right. 7/5. And have you already cast? You've already cast the card you got back from your graveyard, so I don't know what either of those cards are.
Correct. I don't have any known lessons and guiding voices in my
Yeah.
graveyard a second time.
Huh. I'm trying to figure out what are the chances, because I don't think there's a 3 power combat trick.
There's absolutely a 3 power combat trick.
Cool.
Yeah, just for perfect information, I am in the colors
Yeah.
that has the 3 power combat trick.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out if I think you have it or not.
Surge casually
That-
looking
that
at his
is-
hand and then putting it down.
That is the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky?
Yeah. Not that lucky. No, I'm gonna block.
All right. Second main.
No.
I'm going to cast Blood Age General. This is a 2 mana 2/2 and says attacking spirits get +1/+0 until end of turn. This is a spirit. This is a spirit, and this is a spirit.
Oh, it's a tap ability. It's not a static ability.
Correct. Tap
Okay.
attacking
I was-
attacking spirits get
right.
+1/+0 until end
I
of
was
turn.
like, I've got spirits. That's all right for me.
Say go. Actually, that's funny. You're right. That would work in multiplayer, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Commander.
Two-headed giant. This would actually be really fun in two-headed giant.
This is. Could be better. Gosh, the mana really doesn't do what I want it to do here.
Or missing a color as well.
Well, yeah, that's not really like my main worry. Well, those things fly, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a rumble.
Very good.
And I will swing with these things. So it's a 3/2, a 2/1, and a 2/2 first strike.
3/2, a 2/1, and a 2/2 first strike. So currently coming in for 7. You have access to 6 mana, and you have 4 cards in hand?
Yes.
All right, 7 plus 2.
I'm sorry, 4. I'm sorry, 5 cards, one of which is the Inkling Summoning that you know about.
Right. All right.
So 4 unknowns.
This is some neat combat math we have here.
Yeah.
I'm going to block your 3/2.
Alrighty. I'm not going to do anything else, so you're going to take 4.
Okay.
They'll trade off. I'm going to play the Biblioplex Assistant. When it enters the battlefield, put up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. I misread that card, so that's awkward.
Oh, you thought I put it in your hand?
Maybe.
What's that, Paul?
You could use an assistant to help you read things.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, given that, I think I was going to get Study Break because I could cast it this turn, but I don't get to draw it. So instead, I'll put Expel on top of my library.
Ah, very good.
Go ahead.
All right, untap. 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 Draw for the turn. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Team Pendant is an equipment.
Oof.
Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and vigilance. You can't exile a tapped creature if it doesn't tap.
Oof. Trample also is a problem.
3 mana. This now has flample and vigilance.
Yeah.
So it is now a 6/4.
Mm-hmm.
I announce my intention to rumble you.
Yeah.
Here they come.
All right, I'll block.
Flamp vigilance. Doesn't quite work.
Vigiflamps. I'm gonna block the 2/3.
All right, I have effects.
Yeah.
I have the +3/+1 trample combat trick. So that's going to give this
Am I dead?
5 power. This is 6 power. They both have trample. You're blocking 1. That is exactly lethal.
So
I wish
what's
I
the name of
tapped
that?
differently.
I apologize. This is Enthusiastic Study. Target creature gets +3/+1 and gains trample until end of turn.
Man, the game wouldn't be over if I'd tapped differently.
If you had black open?
Yeah.
Do you have
if
the
I
kill
read
spell?
Yeah, if I read the Baleful Mastery, if I read Biblioplex Assistant correctly, this is why you should pay attention to these pre-release events, because we're making these mistakes so you don't have to.
So were you literally looking at the card in your hand when you were like, yes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had it. When Graham was exactly at 10, I could have had trample, and thinking about it, it may have been correct to play it anyways when he blocked with the 3/1, because it would have taken him down to 1 and set me up. I don't know why I valued holding the combat trick in hand higher than I valued having Graham's life total be 1 with me having 2 flyers. Like, I think that's a misplay, because then you stayed at 10, right?
I mean, yeah, it's weird. Like I had 2 kill spells.
Oh, no.
I had 2 removal spells
Yeah.
in hand, but it never made sense, like mana wise or just like general sort of efficiency of the turn. It never made sense to cast them. Because it was just sort of like, well, no, because if I do that, then it's the only thing I'm doing and I'm still in trouble. I need to, but if this way I can cast 2 spells, that kind of thing. And I just, man, that woof. What's that spell do? It's +3/+0 and trample?
+3/+1 trample and learn.
And learn?
And it's
How
an
much
instant.
Is that?
It's absurd.
How much does it cost? What's the mana value?
2 and a red.
2 and a red?
Let me make sure it's not like an instant. No, it's an instant. It's not even a sorcery.
So good.
It's an uncommon.
Good.
Yeah, it's an uncommon, which is fair, right?
Wow. Yeah, I would hope so. Good. That means I won't be seeing it as often in limited. Cool. Well, I'll play for game 2.
I think that's fair. You know what? I'm gonna try. I have a Lorehold Pledge Mage in my sideboard. I'm gonna put it in my deck.
You don't have to tell me what your sideboard.
Going in, Pledge Mage.
What? What?
Suit up.
Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting hand. This could be a liability, but I think I'm going to keep it. All right, I have a 7, so I guess you still have to do a little bit of sideboarding. I have yet to sideboard with this deck, and I'm not about to start now.
I
Maybe.
will be going down to 6.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. It is what it is.
I wonder if, like, I also have that beaming defense, and maybe that's the sort of thing that I ought to be running in this deck.
Which one is that? Is that the 2 mana?
That's the one that you cast. It's the +2/+0 and hexproof.
It seems
for 1 and a
really
white.
good. It seems
It
really
does.
good.
Yeah. I also have a reflective golem. So like I could give other things whatever I cast on the reflective golem.
Oh, yeah, the 3 mana 2/3. It seems really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have a hand.
Is it a hand you will be keeping?
Yes. I'm going to put this on the bottom.
Are there cards?
All right, good luck to you, my friend.
right.
Let's
You too.
rumble round 2.
Rumble round 2. Lorehold Campus, go ahead.
I see you two are a man of class. Lorehold Campus, go ahead.
Mountain is a little awkward. Go ahead.
You're just not as educated as I am. Second
Yeah.
Campus.
Ooh.
Go.
All right. Definitely got to start putting my reps in over there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, go.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Am I discarding? No. Okay, we're all right.
Spirit Summoning. Going to make an 3/2.
All right.
Pass.
So obviously this doesn't actually really do anything, but I'm going to give that thing a study break.
Boop.
Tap it so I can learn.
Mm.
Can you guess what I'm going to be learning?
Is it the environmental studies?
Correct.
It seems so
sciences.
good. It's so good.
That goes into my hand.
I just
draw
love
for the
that as
turn.
far as set design goes, right? Colorless mana fixing, that's also a lesson. Chef kiss.
It's great. I am casting environmental sciences, and I'm searching for a swamp, revealing it, putting it into my hand, shuffling, gaining 2 life, and then, as you may be able to guess, I'm going to then play the swamp.
Fair.
Because this is a white-black deck, and I need black mana. So that's the turn. Go ahead.
All right, untap. Draw. Land. I'm going to hit you for 3.
Yep. That's me. Hit for 3. Oh, did you give me the 2 life for the environmental sciences?
Sure didn't,
19.
but you are now at 19.
No worries.
Let's go ahead and cast another spirit. This is a stone-bound mentor. Say 3 mana 3 spirit advisor. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves my graveyard, I may scry 1
All right.
and pass.
I'm going to play a Lorehold Pledge Mage. Go ahead.
That is a 2/2 with first strike.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm going to cast this Quintarius Field Historian.
Excuse me?
I haven't cast this at all in the pre-release at all. So Quintorius is a legendary 5-mana 2/4 elephant cleric. Spirits I control get +1/+0. And whenever one or more cards leave my graveyard, I create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token.
Wow.
Seems very good. Seems very
Holy
good.
moly.
And I don't know if
That's amazing.
I don't know if we got to see this at all during the pre-release.
I don't think we did.
Anyways, I'm going to be attacking you with this 4/3 spirit.
Yeah, I guess I take 4.
It takes you down
Holy
to 15.
moly. Yeah.
And pass.
I already want to see at minimum a 3-movie series starring this character.
Quintorius? Yeah. Absolutely.
Like he already, it should just be a trilogy. I don't care.
Like, look at the art. Look at Quintorius reaching for this rock. They're in a cave. They're an adventurer. This elephant has seen things.
I love it.
And it's an elephant, so it remembers them all too.
Don't cross this
Hey, Serge,
elephant.
there's a space in the end step. Like the cleanup where you discard comes at the end of the end step, right?
Yes, it's after both players lose priority. If you have 8 or more cards in your hand, you can't respond to it. But
Okay.
if there's a triggered ability from something entering the graveyard, that still happens. It's a little bit complicated, but typically you can't do anything after cleanup.
Right. Okay. Cool. That's fine. I want to go to my end step and cast something in my end step, but before I have to discard.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking. Because otherwise I would have to discard. But in my end step, I have a closing statement.
Oh, go on.
Because closing statement costs 2 colorless less to cast during your end step. Because it's a closing statement.
Field Historian will remember this.
I'm sure he will. I destroy target creature, planeswalker, and put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature that I control. So yes, I am targeting Quintorius. Go ahead.
Really should have just started, like, that could have been your opening statement and you saved a lot of time.
Yeah. You know what, Paul? I agree. How dare you not lead with that?
In conclusion, boom.
Slam.
I'm going to cast a Tome Shredder.
Oh yeah.
Tome Shredder is a 3-mana 2/2 haste doggo. And tap, exile an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Tome Shredder. It would have been
You have a whole second level synergy that I have not seen your deck do.
Yeah, I never had a chance.
Oh no.
I mean, I have so much graveyard matter stuff. I have so much recursion. I have so much spirit matters. My deck rules, Graham. My deck
That's
rules.
awesome. Your deck does rule. You're on a mulligan to 6 this game?
Even if it's not good, it's cool. I just feel like I'm doing stuff. I am on a
I'm
mull
in
to
so
6,
much
correct?
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. All right.
I'm also going to cast... Go ahead.
What does your thing in the middle do when a thing leaves your graveyard?
I get to scry.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm also going to cast a Stonerise Spirit.
Yeah.
This is a flying spirit, and I may exile cards from my graveyard to give other things flying.
Okie dokie.
I pass.
Getting rid of Mr. Elephant seems like a good call.
Yeah. Pretty happy about that.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a different way to sequence it, where maybe I led with a spirit and the Tome Shredder, and then this turn played the Field Historian, but then I also got to rumble for 4 last turn, so it was I don't know.
To try to, like,
that
bait
seems
out
reasonable.
some removal.
Well, it's not bait out the removal, it's just how do you sequence to get the most damage on the board? I don't know if I did that properly.
I'm going to play Killian, Ink Duelist.
Yep.
So 2/2 lifelink menace and spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 generic less to cast. And that's the turn.
All right, end step. I'm going to Tome Shredder to exile the Spirit Summoning.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to put a +1/+1 counter on the Tome Shredder, and I'm going to scry one off the Stonebound Mentor.
Yeah. I don't like it.
As a quick question about the duelist there, if a spell has more than one target, does it not work?
I think it would say only one creature. If that was the case. I think even a spell that casts 2 creatures is still targeting, or a spell that targets 2 creatures is still targeting a creature.
Typically,
I believe.
Paul, if as long as a spell still has at least one remaining legal target when it goes to resolve, it will still resolve.
Right.
But it will, as Graham was saying, it will depend on the specific wording of the card. All right.
And I don't know if you, Serge, have had a chance to look through the like card by card breakdown that they do.
Like the full set yet? Not yet, but we will be doing the North 100 set review, and that's like preparing for that podcast is when I dig in deep.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've scryed. I've left that card on the top. I'm going to untap.
That's very bad for me.
I'm going to draw.
Okay.
I'm going to cast my mythic.
Oh, what?
Hoffrey Ghost Forge. This is a 4/5 legendary dwarf cleric. Spirits I control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. And whenever a non-token creature I control dies, exile it. If I do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's also a spirit in addition to its other types. And when that one dies, I put the card back into its graveyard.
No.
The ghost of an elephant is now just going to run over you.
Oh, no. All right.
So I'm going to attack with a 2/3 flyer, 4/4 on the ground, and this 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to attack with this. I'm going to attack with everything. This is a 3/3 wolf, and this is a 4/3 spirit. I know you have a 3/3 first striker, but
So
I have synergy.
which ones of those are spirits and so therefore have trample?
Everything except for this wolf is a spirit. So 4/3 on the ground, 2/3 flying, 4/4 on the ground. They all have trample, and this is just a 3/3 wolf.
Holy moly. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it, and then you get a token copy of it.
That's also a spirit.
Good lord.
Oofa doofa.
I block the Tome Shredder with the Lorehold Pledge Mage, and then on board I'm taking 10.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
I do that.
All right. You go to 5. Well, first strike damage happens. The Tome Shredder dies. But good news.
Then you get a.
It comes back as a
Tome Shredder
wolf
token.
spirit.
So it's even bigger than it was before.
Well,
with
it's the same
ability.
size without the thingy. So it's a 2/2.
Yeah.
It is now
It's a spirit, so
wolf
it's a 3/3.
spirit. Yeah. How do I draw a ghost?
Excellent.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then you take 10,
Yeah.
and I pass the turn.
Okay.
Just something about trampling spirits. Like, I'm just imagining someone being like knocked over and then just like invisible footprints just appear in their face. So they're being stepped on by some unseen force.
Okay. Let's see. So Hoffrey himself does not have trample.
Correct. Hoffrey is a dwarf cleric 4/5.
Right.
Still a 4/5, which is large.
Yeah. How do I want to do this? How can I do this? Is there a thing I can do? All that trample is such a problem.
Oh wait, I just read the rest of Ghost for when the spirit that the guy makes dies, the thing that it exiled comes back again.
To your graveyard, not to the battlefield, thank God.
Oh right, okay. I was like, right.
That would be
Now I have read the complete card.
that would be such a problem.
I read the first part of it and I was like, wow, that's good. And then I read the second part of it and I was like, holy crap, that's way too good. And then I read the last 2 words and I was like, oh, okay, I understand it. It was a whole journey. It was a journey.
You
that
missed
I went on.
That's a classic Magic player thing, though, is you stop reading right where you get to the point that you're like, oh, I like this. And then you're like, clearly there's no other words on this card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I have two different possible plays, and I'm trying to figure out which one of them leaves me alive. And it may be neither of them. So 1 second. If I do that and then that, then you're still attacking. You got a 4/5 and a 3/3 and a 5/4. That middle thing is a 5/4.
I have, this is a 3/2, a 1/2, a 3/3, a 2/2, and a 4/5. That's a lord for these four.
Yeah, so could you tell me their current power and toughnesses? Sorry.
So this is a 4/3, a 2/3,
Right.
a 4/4, and a 3/3.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Okay, I don't think that helps. So I think I have to try. All right, you're going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ageless Guardian. Go.
All right. All right. Untap. Untap. Draw for the turn.
Yeah. It's very possible I'm still extremely dead.
Study break.
Ah, well, then yes, I would be extremely dead. Which
Tap.
two are you tapping?
I'll tap your lifelink and your first strike.
Yeah.
I'll grab a spirit summoning.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast another spirit. It has haste and trample.
Yeah. Oh, they get haste.
Yeah. And then I will attack with the team.
I get to kill your bird.
Ooh.
And there's it's vanishing verse. Exile. It exiles too, so it wouldn't even help with Hoffrey, but it only hits target monocolored permanent.
Oh my goodness. And they were all
They're
No!
all
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the double colored spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold, 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 gold. All right.
My other potential, I was so crimped on land this game. My other potential was Silver Quill Pledge Mage, which only has one toughness, which is a problem with all the trample. And then putting, you see, I wrote a note for myself that this card is a sorcery. Just
Yeah.
putting 2+1/+1 counters and lifelink on like one of these, on like maybe the Pledge Mage and attacking and trying to gain back.
Sure, totally.
Would have been 3, 4, 5, would have been 6 life. But then these are my only blockers. Or sorry, not that. I would have been this. So it's only 3 toughness and blocks, which is not enough. You popped off so hard. My goodness.
I appreciate
That's amazing.
It's like, all right, things look bad, man. We've got a whole host of trampling ghost spirits coming after us. We have to hold the line. And now you're gonna go on a study break? That's where you went. That's where we.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of. Yeah.
But
We
it's
had
exam
this.
season.
Yeah,
we
we
got
had this-
midterms tomorrow.
We had this scheduled. Sorry, friend. Yeah, we gotta go.
This might be the
Goodness.
strongest pre-release pool I have ever opened in all of the years that
yeah.
I've played Magic. It's absurd.
Wow.
It's a good one. It's the synergy. I can't believe that it wasn't until game 2 of the bonus round where we got to see your like get things out of your graveyard
The
synergy
sub-theme,
sub-theme.
right?
I haven't even seen
Which
my
is-
true power yet.
Well,
It's what it was.
against Kathleen, there's the 6 mana Angel Friend, whatever. It's the other spirit that brings back an instant or sorcery creature. I mean, we've seen that. I have 2 of those in
Yeah.
the deck. So like there's a little bit of recursion
I
there.
know. It's amazing.
Man,
But like the payoff for that too, I was just like, pardon?
that this deck, your sealed pool combined with the pack that you opened during the pre-release, you definitely had some golden fingers on this one.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Good
It's not
stuff.
bad. After
Yeah,
a couple
not bad
PPRs
at
of
all.
just getting stomped by Wheeler and Nelly, it felt good to be on, win a game.
It is I who shall be doing
Good
the
times.
stomping now.
Finally.
Is this what people have been doing to me? This feels great.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for these Strixhaven pre-release bonus round. And thank you to Serge and to Graham. And yeah, I hope you are enjoying these, and I hope you enjoy the set because it's super neat.
I like
Thanks for
it
the
a lot.
game, G.
All right,
Yeah, you too.
see y'all later.